Hello everyone, how's it going? Hi. First door. Oh, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. How has everyone been? Congrats on first Phoenix. Congrats on the name change. Oh, he didn't. Hello, Liquid Class. Now, I hope everyone's doing well. How are y'all this evening? How is everyone today? We're here to look at Macedor stuff. We gotta catch up on Macedor. We have some packs to open later. I think we missed the tryout duel, but maybe we played. I'm entirely sure. I think we did end up playing it. I could be wrong. We missed the Duelist Cup, so we missed a lot of free gems, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We have an upcoming ban list. I think I'm gonna give it a little bit before we talk too much about the ban list, just so everyone head on in, you know? Everyone come on in for a little bit, just you know. Only hot takes today, chat. Only hot takes. Unless you have a cold take. In which we'll decide your punishment afterwards. But hot takes today, chat. Hot takes. Oh, hello, Quinton. Thank you for the head tap. Hello, Twain. Welcome on in. Sorry, I'm waiting tap. You know, people need to be here to witness the hot takes. Hot takes mean nothing without an audience. And who knows, maybe we'll discover that they're cold takes. You know, I need your guys' judgment on my take, clearly. How was everyone's weekend? Oh, it's that time of year where everyone has... Oh, 2,000 life points. Understood. It's that time of year again. Spectacular. You cannot share your hot takes, that's poison. I did see that you posted something, Phoenix. I haven't had a chance to read over it just quite yet. Now, we gotta wait for a bigger audience. If we're going to say something divisive, clearly we need more people to witness. I hope we get better soon. Hello, SK Gaming. Welcome on in. Someone is on the edge of being blocked by you. That's concerning, Phoenix. I suppose I won't pry too much, but... I don't know, chat. People have to do a lot to get blocked, I feel like, you know? Maybe that's just me. I suppose, Phoenix. Stand on business, Phoenix. Stand on business. So we're gonna let the stream cook a little bit, chat, before major hot takes are thrown out. Oh, Samuel. Yeah, we have to look at the new forbidden list and give our hot takes. There's a couple other cards on the list, but I'm kind of letting the stream cook. You know, chat, we need more people to witness our hot takes. Did I see the new Mimigor monster? I have not. I don't know if I can comment on the new Mimigor monster. Because today is hot takes only, chat. Only hot takes today until I decide we're done with hot takes. Clearly. But before we start hot takes, we need to wait for everyone to come on in. Because, like, I don't want to be giving too many hot takes over and over again. You know what I mean? Like, chat, if you keep repeating your hot take, I feel like it starts becoming lukewarm. You know, chat, you know what I mean? We know hot takes to be hot off the press, okay? Hot on the streets. Clearly. Oh yeah, I have like an idea of a couple cards, but I didn't look at the whole list. So, you know, ban list reaction. Mandatory. Along with clearly only hot takes today. Clearly only hot takes. Hello, Sage is not. How are you? Only hot takes in reaction to the ban list, which is a little bit over a week from now, chat. A little bit over a week from now. Let's see exactly how many days before this ban list. A week and 3 days from now, chat. A week from the new year. A week from the turn of the new year is when this forbidden list is going to be online. So it's pretty darn close. It's so close that I bet you Judy was already playing under this list. They always have this notice that says they compiled the trends and results of decks used in ranked duels and events, and will limit cards and decks with outstandingly high usage and win rates in line with their impact on the metagame. Allegedly. Whoa. Digital Bugs need support is not a hot take. That's a cold take. Digital Bugs definitely need support, and they have a great OST. Shoutouts Digital Bugs in cyberspace. So, hello. Welcome on your microphone. Hello, Yoko. Am I winning? We're not doing anything yet. I have to give my hot take. I'm giving people time to come in, because I don't want to have to keep repeating my hot take. Hello, Yoko. Thank you for the heads up. Oh, Tower Lord. So, we're hanging out. What I think about the other event, which event? And I might not be able to give you my opinion, because clearly today's only for hot takes. Oh my god, chat, it's the day! It's the day that Orm hits 365 on their stream. Chat. Before the year has ended, Orm has hit 365 days on their stream. Chat, that is a year worth of showing up to Sansally streams in attendance. Insane. Do they even give you a good bonus for 365 days? Do they give you anything extra, or is it only like 500 or 1,000 channel points? No. The one that gives you gems. All the event gives me gems. What? You're gonna have to be more specific than that. Tax machine. You think your hottest take is that aliens need a non-once per turn multiple times per chain arm mitigate that uses A counters for course. Samuel thinks that Telemans needs support. Of course they have support. It's called Rizio. She's such a comedian. We got him, chat. We got him. We're so funny, chat. We're so funny. Neil, you're gonna have to be more specific. There's so many gems that... There's so many events that give me gems. Okay, realistically, chat, I think I only have like 20 minutes worth of hot takes in me. Hello, Leanne. Welcome on in. Chat, I think I only realistically have at most 20 minutes worth of hot takes. So we have to like... We have to extend the time before we begin our hot takes. Otherwise, the stream's going to be over this. The one that requires me to pick a card to get gems. I only played it twice, so I don't have a very strong opinion on it. Actually, you know what? Hot take. Hot take in relation to this. Master Duel needs to give us more gems for daily missions. Is this a hot take, chat? Is this a hot take? You think Konami's going to shoot me where I stand? Chat, if they ever print Math Mech Circular for Tindangles, I might quit the game. That is fundamentally the opposite of what Tindangle wants to do, and they already have it. It's called Jelly. Hello. If they have a Poplar, I'm going to be equally concerned. If they have an Omni to negate, they've forgotten the purpose of Tindangle, chat. If you make Tindangle good, you've lost the plot. Not a hot take, it's a fact. We should play Yummy when it comes out. I do want to try Yummy. I do want to try Yummy. Yeah, Heel, I just told you that I only played the event twice. So I don't have a very strong opinion on it. Hot take, instead of these random events, they should just give us the gems directly. Give me my money. They even have their own soul charge? You mean Telemans or Tindangle? What are you talking about, Yum? Because those are three very different decks. Those are three fundamentally very different decks in nature. Okay, so your absolute hottest take is that hand traps should be semi-limited and limited. Okay, I don't know if limiting hand traps is a hot take. I think a lot of people want hand traps to be limited, but... You think they should limit starters for all meta archetypes? Don't they already do that by, like, hitting stuff in the ban list? Like, I could be wrong, chat. I could be wrong. But, like, eventually, don't all meta decks end up having their starters, like, limited at some point? It just doesn't, like, open being limited. It just becomes limited, right? For the nature. And I'm not trying to say that your take is bad. I'm just saying I'm not sure if it's a hot... Chat. Is a take a hot take if it's factual? Like, it's already an existing truth. But, like, if I say that we should, I say that we should use like man-made conventions to maintain ice caps in areas where, you know, ice caps and other freshwater sources are being affected by global warming. Is that a hot take if people are already doing it? I know this is a very hyper-specific. We should start on the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff at some point, but you understand the concept I'm trying to convey. Not a hot take, but Red Eyes needs new support. I think a lot of people want Red Eyes to have new support. You mean Tindango? Yeah, Tindango has Soul Charge. But like, okay, it's very conditional though, okay? It's not just do it for free. It's you have to have 3 unique Tindango names. And you can't have something in your extra monsters though. That requires you to have 3 whole different monsters with different names. They have Soul Charge and they're still not broken. Alright, Tindangos have their own struggles, chat. Tindangos have their own struggles. Any opinion I have on Tindango is a cold take, chat. We cannot be dwelling too long on Tindango tonight. Hot takes only, chat. Hot takes only. We will give it another minute and then I think we can start looking at this ban list. We can start looking at what's going on with the ban list. I don't know, okay, look, chat, Twitch chat, YouTube is starting to actually say hot takes. Samuel says, exactly. Tindango is good, but not good enough. Tindango and the word good should not be in the same sentence. And that's a cold take. You think Konami should let the people vote for one card in each category for the ban list? Okay, hot take. I think if you give players too much agency, chat, in the control over the overarching meta of a card game, it creates a very toxic relationship where the creators of the game are basically waiting hand and foot on the players when players affect the ban list in a way inversely to what the design team and or the balance team has in mind, and causes additional friction. Hi, Pumi. Hello, Raiders. Pumi, you made it just in time for my hot takes. Pumi, I don't see you before then. Happy early New Year's. What are hot takes? What are the hot takes? Well, we haven't started yet, so y'all have come just in time. I haven't started the hot takes, right? The reason why I haven't started them is because, chat, if you have to repeat your hot takes multiple times, surely they become like lukewarm takes. The hottest take only needs to be said once, chat. The hottest of takes only take one take. Let me shout you out, Chloe. Hello, Shaded Beam. Hello, Pumi Raiders, if y'all don't know me. My name's Santa on Sally Ellie. Fancily, for sure. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Mastered or the One Piece TCG. Sometimes I do odd. I play a card game called Alestros, and I'm not too shabby out. Today we're looking at Master Duel's new ban list that I gotta catch up on. And also our stream title is Hot Takes Only. Cause that's all we got today, chat. Hot takes in this house. Only hot takes. For like at least like the next like 20 minutes. Then maybe we're back to like regular. Alright, chat, let's get started. That's what I'm saying, chat. Obedience School killed Melfi. And that's a cold take. Alright. The first card to be forbidden. Obedience School goes immediately from 3 to 0. This follows the advent of Yummy in the TCP and foreshadows the addition of Yummy to Master Duel. We have Malice White Rabbit 2-1. We have Herald of the Arclight 2-1. We have Allure of Darkness from 3 to 1. And we have Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones from 3 to 1. So my first hot take. I think going Herald of the Arclight from 3 to 1 feels like it doesn't do much. Now granted, I haven't played in the TCG, but if you're resolving the Herald of the Arclight like once in the duel, it's probably already done its job. If you have to resolve it twice, I mean, I'm not sure what deck you're in. If you have to summon 2 Herald of the Arclight, it makes me feel like the high end of your deck just cannot close out. My hot take, this really shouldn't matter. Now, I don't know if this is actually a hot take. Chat, give me your opinions. Is this actually a hot take? If I say Herald to 1 does absolutely nothing, is someone going to fight me on this? Because if no one's fighting me on this, then maybe this is a cold take. Yummy often summons 2 Arclights in 1 turn. Hello there. You can use the first Herald to search Habakiri and the second one to negate. Surely it doesn't matter, actually. The cards for which the limit of number of copies will be limited. From 1 to 3. Now the Pendulum players are going to hate me for this. Hot take. This does absolutely nothing. Now someone's gonna say, but San, what if they use the effect of Heavy Metal Foe's Electromite twice in 1 duel? Refer to my previous take on Herald of the Arclight. When are you resolving this card twice in 1 duel? I could actually see more use for resolving Herald of the Arclight twice in 1 duel. If you're resolving Electromite and you're not ending the duel, I don't know what you're doing. The less cards Pendulum players have, the better. Now that's a hot take, Pumi. Pumi, are you a Pendulum hater? I'm kind of neutral with Pendulum. The Pendulum decks I play, I don't count as Pendulum decks. Because they don't actually do Pendulum things. The Pendulum decks I play would never use Electro. All your life you thought Herald was a synchro tuner? No? I think this card would see so much more play if this was a synchro tuner. Now that's a hot take. I thought Herald of the Arclight was a tuner. Literally everyone hates Pendulum. So is it a hot take if I say I like Pendulum? Because honestly I'm neutral to that. Like Pendulum's like what? This really feels like it doesn't do something. Like, you know what, chat? Like, I'm gonna... You know who I can get real authority on this from, chat? You know who I can get real authority on this from? We can get real authority from JJ. JJPM actually legitimately plays Pendulum. He is like one of Pendulum's strongest soldiers. Surely he can tell me why this is a problem. Surely. Until I hear otherwise, though, from a credible source, I feel like this literally does absolutely nothing. 2 to 3 Pendulum monsters. Uh-huh! I mean, like every other deck that just summons like 5 monsters a turn without Electrolyte? I don't know, chat. I don't. Like, I just really feel like it doesn't. Maybe I'm a hater, chat. Maybe I'm a hater. And it's fine to be a hater, chat. We're doing hot takes. Okay, chat. We'll hear back in like 2 to 3 business days if unlimiting Electrolyte does anything at all. How Warlord you like Pen? The only Pendulums that do something different opening combo is like DDD and the new stuff and the Veiling. Well, I don't know, chat. Abyss Actors plays very unique. I suppose Valmonica's a little unique. It's like the only 2 Pendulum decks I play, but like better than none. Yeah, and like there wasn't a lot of hot takes in this list, so this one like eh. I suppose this is so they can't go into Ace Zero, right? Like, I'm assuming they limited Hornet drones, so you couldn't just Hornet drones twice Ace Zero. It's a yummy hit? What? That's crazy. Striker is a yummy hit. So, based on this information you're telling me, hot take, the strongest version of Sky Strikers in the history of Macedor is Sky Striker yummy. Clearly. Hot take, yes or no, chat. Opinions, thoughts. Hot take, yes or no? Yay? Nay. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Everything is a yummy combo. Okay, can we actually discuss a Sky... Okay, this is actually a hot take. Which one is it? Which one? Okay, I have an actual hot take. I have an actual hot take. This one's actually a hot take. Let's go to the... Ignore the deck. Ignore the deck. Why are there so many Sky Strikers? Okay, this one. I have a hot take on this one. Every time this resolves, I have never seen a Sky Striker, like, win. I've never seen a Sky Striker player, like, win if they resolve this card. I feel like if they're playing this quad, this is like one of the weakest Sky Striker quads I've ever seen like play compared to the other ones they could be playing. I could be wrong in my recorded history, but I feel like I have never seen a Sky Striker player resolve this quad in win. I feel like they throw this quad out because it's the only quad they have, and then they have absolutely nothing. Every other Sky Striker player that doesn't open this quad has legitimate gas. Anytime I've seen this quad hit the field, they have absolutely nothing. That's one of your favorite Tenpai quads. Like, I swear, I've never seen a Sky Strikers player, like, use this quad, like, to win. They play it, and then it does nothing. Okay, back to the ban list. We still haven't talked about the rabbit. So, I have opinions on cards that say if they are normal or special summon. Hello, Heath. Your hot take. Put the logic Gumbler Dragon to 1 on the chat. If a card says on normal or special summon, I feel like going to 1 usually doesn't like matter if it's on any cat. Like, if it's on any summon, I feel like they just find a different way to float it. Also, pause. Did JJ get back to us right now? No, that's Sen. Okay. I was about to be like, there's no way JJ's awake. That's my hot take. And you're allowed to think that it's wrong. That's my hot take on any card printing that's just on normal or special summon. Activate effect. I suppose since this is like a... No, wait, yeah. It's only once per turn, yes. I suppose you could have another one in hand for like a following turn. Konami is terrified of flip something. Oh, if you ignore Mimikyu, one of the last times Konami made a flip effect deck. They literally printed a card that switches any flip monster. And flip deck still didn't see play. Cold take. Cold take. Chat wouldn't even last 15 minutes on the hot take. There was so little to comment on. Oh, Eve, welcome on. Okay, chat, let's go look through these public deck lists and let's see what like is a hot take in these deck lists, chat. Does that sound like a fun activity? What if we look through public deck lists? And we judge the deck to see if it's a reasonable deck or if it's like a, you know, a crazy deck. And if the deck is like weird and rogue, it's clearly a hot take, right? And if the deck looks like very conformed to meta or properly constructed, there's a little bit of nuance to that. You recently saw a deck list that was for the 30-second trial. Wait, the event is already gone? Oh, for the 30-second, not for the 2026. Does that sound interesting, chat? I feel like that... Hello, SD, thank you for that. I feel like that is an interesting concept, chat. We've never done something like that. That's not even hot, that's a factual cold take. Konami always hates flip effect monsters. They basically force an opponent to pick choices until they time out. Okay, surely Junk Destroyer deck is going to be a hot take, right, chat? This is a public deck, chat. Chat, opinions on this deck. Is this deck a hot take or a cold take? Hello, Sunshine. Welcome on in. We can't afford to build a new deck right now. We still have to finish building Math. Right now, we're trying to decide if this deck is a cold or hot take. Hot take? Hello, Nisbet. Cat, is this deck a cold or hot take? We got family favorites, such as Junk Connector, Duel Warrior, Jet Warrior. We have Crystal, okay, that's a real monster, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. We have FA Dawn Dragster, chat. Evil Lion, Tiger. Junk Destroyer. Sunshine, I don't have the materials to be building new decks right now. We still owe someone a deck. I'm sorry. Also trying to decide if this deck is a hot... Okay, so... Chat, was tuning ever like a problematic one? Has tuning ever been like hit or limited at any point? What is this? This is a public deck, chat. You can go look at public decks that are built. And I saw this monster called Junk Destroyer. So I'm here to decide if this deck is a hot take or not. They use Solemn Strike, chat. Solemn Strike. They use Synchro Force Pack. Oh my god, it's the Armory Arm. Okay, the Synchro Force Pack? Now that's a hot take. You see? No, I'm not trying to build the deck. Chat, we are absorbing the deck. I'm not trying to build these decks. The concept of this bit is to look at the deck and decide if the deck is a hot take or not. Just trust the process. Trust the process. We're not building any of these decks. We are merely absorbing the community at large in how they decide to deck build. Eldritch, wasn't that toxic? That might be a hot take. I'm personally biased against Eldritch. Define what is a hot take. I'm not entirely sure, chat. What is a hot take? Hot take. People should Dawn Dragster more in Master. What does this card even do? This is just like a more expensive Naturia beast. It doesn't require you to mill? Rogue decks or hot takes? Okay, chat, opinion. Is... You know what, I'm gonna poll, chat. We can poll on YouTube. And we can poll on Twitch. Are all rogue decks hot takes? Yes or no? And then I will tell y'all my opinion. So I'm gonna start the poll on YouTube. Let me get the poll up on Twitch, alright? New poll. All rogue decks hot takes. Five minutes for both of y'all. 5 minutes for both platforms. Y'all, welcome to discuss in the chat. Is every rogue deck a hot take? Yes or no? My opinion is no. But I will explain after the 5 minutes have passed. And if you think my opinion on it is a hot take, then I suppose we're following the script. Yeah? Even with the strongest targets, tuning isn't enough. Hot take, is like Malice is fine and healthy for the game. Oh. Arcana Force 1. How is still? We have a couple things to do, chat. First, we need to decide if all rogue decks are hot takes. We need to further define what a hot take in Yu-Gi-Oh! Means by first defining if rogue decks are hot takes. Hot takes are uncommon opinions. I mean, yes and no. That is like the definition of a hot take, right? But, okay, chat, here's the reason why. I know I said I'd say this after the poll concludes. But since like a lot of y'all have already voted, right? The reason why I'm unsure if all rogue decks are hot takes is because fundamentally, past like meta decks end up becoming rogue decks for the nature, right, of the meta. And now it's not that I'm trying to say that playing off meta is a cold take. What I'm trying to say is that there's some decks that are fundamentally rogue, but they're not like weird decks. Like when I think hot take for a deck, I think like, why are you running this really weird deck? Like, why are you playing Skull Servants in the big year 2025? But if someone just shows up with Branded, like, Branded isn't entirely meta, but it's not like it's like the hottest take, you know what I mean? If Branded players think that playing Branded is a hot take, I have news for them, it's not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's certain rogue decks that like aren't hot takes. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't know what, like, Electromite 3 will run this game to the ground? Pendulum players, am I right? That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't know if y'all agree with that opinion. I'm open to discussion on this. I would probably say there's actually more people playing Rogue probably than meta. I agree, Pumi. I agree. Hot take. Rogue is like the... Rogue? Rogue is... Rogue. I don't know what that fifth Rogue is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Have I ever seen the war crimes that players do? So here's the thing, like Pile Tearlaments decks. Now, like, that's a hot take type deck, I suppose. Those are like evil. Do we categorize stun and evil decks in the same category as hot take? Ah, something understood. So, like, I don't know, chat. Like, I'm just asking your opinion. Like, I don't mind adjusting the opinion of hot take. I think I just have, like, a different opinion on what a hot take means in, like, reference to, like, a deck. If that makes any sense at all. Like, let me think of, like, an example. Like, the first person to make Photon Lord in Snake Eye Fire King before that became popular. The first person to make Photon Lord in Snake Eye Fire King before that caught on in popularity, like the person to first discover that tech. Probably it was a hot take when that first hit the ground, right? But now it's not a hot take, it's a proper line. So, like, it's harder, in my opinion, to, like, define what proper hot takes are in card games. Because at some point, the Twitch chat is tied. Twitch chat thinks, yes, all rogue decks are hot takes 50%, and no, all rogue decks are not hot takes 50%. YouTube chat says yes. YouTube chat has a 67% yes, all rogue decks are hot takes. I'm ending the poll. Your other hot take is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been getting power crept to oblivion. And now is a really bad time to bring in new things. People that at least have the fun of burning the kids. Your brother is the biggest advocate for branded anything. So, like, I guess Like, how do we further define this? Like, do you consider someone that plays branded, is that like a hot take? I understand that it's a rogue deck, but like, is someone truly bold for playing branded, chat? Is that like actually a bold decision? And at the same time, that answer will vary based on the meta, right? Like, I'm sure there is a meta where playing branded is very bold to decide to play branded. But I don't think branded is not a hot. Like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think branded, to me, I don't think branded is a hot take, despite being considered a rogue deck. But I don't know, chat. I don't know. What luck you're on both sides. Right, both Twitch and YouTube. Spread the good word of pendulum, I suppose. Yeah, Dragon Link is a hot take. That's why it's in the thumbnail. So then it's like, what is a hot take? How do we define a hot take? Is our mission going to be making a hot take on what a hot take is? Are we going meta with this chat? Oh, Jonathan, welcome on in. Are we going meta with this chat? Have we gone so deep in the rabbit hole that we have to get meta with our discussion before we can properly have the discussion? With the Chronicle deck, branded is now the coldest take. You guess a hot take in this case would be an underutilized deck or a super unique way of using a rogue or meta deck outside of it. I think I can kind of agree with that, Nested. I just don't know if everybody's going to agree with that. Oh, anyways, thank you for the follow. Thank you for supporting our meta discussion. Hot take, an unpopular opinion that could be taken to offensive by a majority of people. Like, yeah, so like when I imagine hot take, like, okay, you know what is genuinely a kind of a hot take? Like, this is a hot take on Tenpai. The like Tuvalu, the Twishula Tuvalu retaliating sea Kaleido chick strat. Now this is kind of a hot take on Tenpai. Like, I know that this is just Tenpai, but like, betting your entire game plan on like Gold Sock, pitch Kaleido chick, or running Retaliating Sea in in place of D-Shifter. This is kind of like a hot take strat. Is playing Tenpai a hot take? No. Playing Tenpai is like kind of a cold take in modern times. But like taking in weird stuff is like hot take. But like, playing D-Link fundamentally, chat, right? Fundamentally playing D-Link right now is a hot take. But also like, Hedge Link is a hot take, chat. If I told you that I built a deck where Rescue Hedgehog becomes like the entire Dragon Link combo, you would tell me that's a hot take. And you would be right, probably, that it's a hot take. Or you would just tell me that that's wrong and dumb. Probably. So that's why personally I don't think Rogue is inherently a hot take. I think it's the individual deck building that determines whether or not the deck has like a hot take. Has the like attributes of a hot take. I don't know how you can define a single deck as a hot take. I think we have to like individually dissect the deck list in order to call something like a hot take. Fire King Jorak was a hot take. I think I can agree with that. Hot take. Red Eyes Dragoon or Destiny Hero DP being put in everything was much more noticeable a while back. Chat, I haven't seen DPE since like Macedor first came out. How am I doing this evening? Jonathan, I think we're doing pretty good. We're hanging out. I'm just yapping. We're discussing semantics and the definition of words. Yeah, like, I also agree to your point, Fubuki. Like, chat, the Twitch chat, YouTube chat is saying that Rogue isn't necessarily, like, they don't think Rogue is a hot take, because Rogue is genuinely just deck diversity. So, if you play what the best deck is during the format, they're like, there's no interesting nuance to the game. We need to go back to deck building so that we can, like... Where was the public deck list, chat? Where did we see that? Where did I find public deck list? How did I access that screen? Chat, how did I access that screen? How did we... here we go, here we go. Public deck search, there we go, there we go. So, like, to truly find a hot take deck, chat, we have to click on real meta cards. And then we have to, like, look at what they're doing with the deck and decide if that's just a regular deck or if they're doing something, you know, something absurd. You want to try Prank Kids Yummy? I don't know enough about Yummy if I can decide if Prank Kids Yummy is a hot take. Chat is Dragoon. No, wait, no, this is just Draco Tail. This isn't. Pause, let's double check to make sure they're not running anything weird. I think this is pretty standard. Yeah, I think this is pretty standard. We can walk away from this one. This one is a cold take. Click Habakiri. Oh, wait. This is... Wait. Wait, chat. Why are 3 of these... Do you see this? Why are 3 of these cards gone? Chat, do you see this? 3 of these cards don't show up in the deck list. Okay, I know this is a nothing take, but chat, look at these 3 cards that don't show up in the deck list. Is it... Is this 40? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chat, there's 3 cards that aren't listed in this deck list. The cards haven't been released yet in Master Duel. Then how did they add it to the deck list? How is that physically possible? You're excited for the new Dark Magician support? Habakiri jump scares from online? Wait, these are from online? This is where they get these deck lists from the internet? Hot take. If I'm in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and I'm searching a public deck, I think it's correct to assume that the decks are playable in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Is that a hot take? That I want a public deck I see in the visual game to be playable, chat? Am I the crazy one? Am I the crazy one? Is this my hot take for the evening? That if I look public deck search in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, I shouldn't see 3 missing cards in a 40 card deck. How am I supposed to play this? I'm going to lose it, chat. This is ridiculous. What do you mean there's cards that aren't in the game? Why is half this deck list missing? Or like, because it's Yummy, but like, why is half this deck list missing? This is ridiculous, chat. They left their cards in their binder. This is... I had no idea this was a thing. This is the most absurd concept I've ever witnessed. This one isn't even tagged. I have no idea what these 3 cards could possibly be. I want to go to like Twitter with this one. I don't have anything proper to say, but like maybe that's the whole point of having a hot take tonight. Maybe today's quest wasn't to have hot takes, but to find a hot take. Also, like, why are all of these tagged? Why are some of these untagged? Why are some of these people so unorganized? Okay, look, Junk Destroyer doesn't have any tags. This bozo is not tagging his deck correctly. Why are some of these cards missing, chat? Riddle me this. Riddle me this, chat. Where were the cards, chat? Where's the extra deck, chat? Where's half the deck, chat? It's crazy. Crazy. Actually crazy. Okay. What in the Avamax is this? Chat, is this deck a hot take? What is this? What are they doing here? Chat, we have 4 cards we cannot see. There are 4 cards we cannot see. I swear to God, if they make DP, I'm going to. Where heroes play a W, they do not run DP. Hot take related to Macedor. Castlevania 64 is a good game. Is Castlevania 64 not a good game? Is that why this is a hot take? W ballpark. Chat, is this deck a hot take? Yes or no? I know we can't see forward the cards. Just ignore that we can't see forward the existing cards. Just ignore that. No yummy cards in Master Duel, but some of these decks don't even have yummy cards. Show me where the yummy card is in this abomination. I'm gonna be on this hill all night. I'm gonna be on this hill all night. We found the hot take. The hot take is just me being upset at Master Duel. That's a cold take. Being upset at Master Duel is a cold take. The hot take is us even viewing the public deck list in Master Duel. Clearly. Well, I suppose we can move on. Hot take, Dark Magician should be banned so Dark Magician fans can cry. I like that hot take. Lunalight Saber Dancer, you're a real one. Witchcrafter's Holiday. I don't know, this is looking pretty standard. Next, Okay, chat, we found the pile deck. Opinions on the pile deck. They are running Kari Photon. Chat, opinions on them running Kari Photon instead of Battle Beta. By virtue that it is a light theme. Chat, opinions on the Kari Photon deck in this deck. The yummy card is Link Evil. Twitch chat, you're back from ads. Twitch chat, look upon this pile deck. Ignore some of the tomfoolery. Opinions on the Kari Photon in this list. Also, can we talk about how they have only 1 copy of Maxi? Is this like a paper list? You simply cannot ignore or condone tomfoolery. Well, that's why tonight is hot takes only. Hello, Chloe. Hot take. Towers monsters are cool and there should be more towers meta deck. I like towers monsters. I play Pavelli and I play Rocco Media. In OCGSG list for sure, Maxi just got limited. Understood. But chat, Kari Photon. Chat, Kari Photon with like a 3-card like Gem Knights package. Kari Photon. Is there a deck with like a high level of effect damage or something? Hot take, burn decks are awesome. Hello, Eric. Chat, does anyone like burn decks? Does anyone other than Sansely play Twig stores in this room? I'm really curious about this Khalif Photon. Like, is this their answer to like Malice or something? Like, did they switch this card when they get like ashed or something so they don't get like OTK? Is that the line? This is just slop. Only Volcanics. Is Volcanics meta in the OCG? Now that's a hot take. Unintended. Alright, let's move on to the next strange looking list. Alright, this list is using ABC Dragon Plus. We're already out the gate. There's clearly tomfoolery afoot. We have Metaverse. Terraforming. So they can find Union Hang. Ah, this list is looking pretty bozo. Yeah. Surely something with Upstart Goblin. Wait a second. This is wait, pause, chat. This one is a hot take. This one might be a hot take. Is this a deck out deck or is this just Sky Strikers with no monsters? Are you intended to loot? What is the purpose of this deck, chat? What is the purpose of this deck? A to Z is a cold take. I'm sorry, Loose Spot. Those words are banned in my chat. It's like an OTK. I'm so confused. What is the purpose of this deck? It doesn't even have a board breaker. What's the last two cards in the extra deck? Azalea Temperance and Spectra. Yeah, what is the purpose of this thing? This one might be a hot take. I think just out the bat, it's a hot take because you can't activate A0. You can summon A0, but you can't resolve the effect of A0. I have a board breaker. Thank you for the pet. Is that, yeah, so Toon Bookmark. Well, no, Toon Table of Contents adds Toon Table of Contents. It's a way to get spells into your graveyard by immediately switching another spell. This is a common tech, Eric. What I'm trying to figure out is like, what is the purpose? What you do is you go Toon Table of Contents. To grab the Toon Table, you go Bookmark to grab the Table of Contents. And then you Table Contents with the Table of Contents. I just... Why are they drawing all these cards? What does it accomplish? Yeah, there's no Ray or Rose. Like, I'm trying to figure out what they're doing with this Sky Striker list. This has to be a hot take, because there's no Ray or Rose. But now that we confirmed that it's a hot take, I want to know what their game plan is. Hello, Mizu. Welcome on in. Welcome, some weight is we're currently doing a bit on stream. The current bit is we're looking at public deck lists all over Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're trying to see if they are hot takes or not. Oh, Silver's Tavern, thank you for the follow. By that, what I mean by that is, like how strange and outlandish some of these things are. Let me shout you out. I hope you had a good stream though. Welcome on in. Right now, I'm focused on this deck because we already decided that it's a hot take. That's nothing new. I just don't know what the purpose of this deck is. Public deck list hot take. Yeah, like this is just random public deck lists that include deck lists that can't be played in Mass Duel. We're just trying to see like how weird some of these decks are. I don't know what the... I guess the game plan is just... like, play Sky Strikers? I don't understand why they're not running Ray or Rose. Why are they running a spell-only Sky Striker deck? They even have Pot of Avalanche for when they link off enough monsters. A weird control deck? I mean, I suppose, but they don't even have, like, Widow Anchor. What are you controlling with? There's no Widow Anchor, there's not even Afterburners. Y'all heard my hot take on Afterburners. Also, like, chat, this deck is so dead. They just hit Hornet Drone. Holy. Rest in peace, this deck list. Well, no, I'm not trying to say that Sky Strikers isn't meta. We're not here to, like, dissect the archetype, YouTube. We're here to dissect the individual deck. Hot take, Maxi's a perfectly balanced quad. Hello, welcome on in ZFB. Actually, I think before the Mole Charmies, I was of the opinion that Maxi was necessary for Master Duel pre-Mole Charmies. I do think it's a little egregious to have both Maxi and Charms, but that's a cold thing. I don't know, chat. Also, like, they can't even properly resolve the second part of Pop-O-Up. They're just dumping quads into grave. And they have pseudo space so that they can activate more chicken game. I don't understand. Maybe chat... Maybe I should stop trying to understand. Maybe this list is far beyond my... No, this looks like a pretty standard goblin list. Let's see. Landed Fusion. Is this a standard... Yeah, this is... 3 Super Polydor. What a map. Let's see. Chaos. What's Changle doing? I can't see half this deck list, so I can't say whether or not this would be a hot take. Oh, it's really interesting that they're going Iris Sword Soul. I wonder what the other half of the deck is, yeah. I wish we knew what the other half of this deck is. Chat, just by looking at half this deck, is this a hot take or a cold take? Chat, just by looking at half the deck list, what is your opinion based off half the deck list? Our extra deck monsters are Changle, Centurion, Stardust Dragon, Vermilion Dragon Mag, SP Little Knight, and a Cell Synchro Stardust. Well, chat, the series is about card games, even though you do card games on motorcycles. Oh, Radiant Typhoon. Alright, what's going on in this Cypress pile? We have a lot of one-offs in this Cypress pile. I don't know if we should be concerned or not. This looks like a cards I own total. Or like a high... No, this can't be highly ended. There's too Call of the Haunted. Cyber Slot. Anime watch a list on this store. Is it strange? Do we go back? Was that worth... Is there anything of actual value here, chat? Anything of actual value to discuss? Or is this just slop and we move on? Noob list? Okay, chat. So ignore this 60 card list that this noob built, because clearly they were noob, right? I have what some people can agree on and some people think is a hot take. When I say this take, I get mixed opinions. In my opinion, a 60 card deck is not constructed because you felt like you just wanted to have 60 cards. Like, I think when people think that you have a 60 card deck, like, you just wanted to run as many cards as possible. Like, you just had way too many cards you wanted to put in the deck. This is true for the wrong reason. I don't think 60 card decks are there because you're, like, overestimating your ratios or you want to include too many tech cards. In my opinion, 60 card decks are 60 card decks because the deck building is usually that tight. A properly constructed 60 card deck list is 60 cards because each card and each ratio is entirely intentional. And some people don't agree with that take. Some people do agree with that take. What's the pineapple thing? It's a hot take. 60 card decks is to have 10 starters. Look, okay, well, Yu-Gi-Oh's changed in the past, like, 2 years that I played it, alright? Point Kid. What does this even do? They won it at 3, chat. They won this quad at 3. Like, it's clearly intended to do something. Okay, Sous Ship. How good is your Sous Ship list? Rescue Rabbit. Oil. Okay, this one's kind of a hot take. Oil is a little bit interesting of a tech card. This is kind of an interesting tech card. I've never heard of this card before until today. Why did no one run this in Tenpai? Why did no one run this in Tenpai, chat? Like, I suppose they didn't need it, but... Suship is always a hot take. Some cards. Chaos Dragon, Valley of 1,000 Eons. This card. Oil, chat. Americans love this card. Americans clearly love this card. The only hot take... Okay, chat, hot take. The only hot take in this deck is oil. I think everything else is really standard. Hot take. The deck is a hot take only because it's running this card. I think Suship is a real deck. Oh, what in the Ava map is this? This just fun? Okay, chat, is the Boon deck a hot take, chat? Is the Boon deck a hot take? Thumbs up, thumbs down, chat. Is the Boon deck a hot take? Yes or no? Hello, Seacoast now. As an American, you can agree? Oil? Thank you. Thank you, fellow Americans. Warlock. You want a card just called Rock. There is Warlock that's pretty darn close. Oil might be like my 5th favorite Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Hot take. This is the Born deck for the event? Oh. Oh, we're not gonna build this. Pause. What's Rescue Ace up to? Nothing new. Okay, what in the Infamax is this called? Art Mage Power Patron. Let's see, what's Art Mage up to? K9 Art Mage. That doesn't sound like a hot take at all. We move on. Argo Stars. Argo Stars has to be a hot take, chat. Argo Stars has to be a hot take. This is a deck of all time. This has to be a hot take. That's it. Hello, Dogling. Welcome on. Thank you for the head tap. Thank you for the sanity set. Yeah, this is a pretty tame Argo Stars. The man with the mug. Suppose that's to search that one. The rumor about butter, but you're not gonna spread it, goodness me. Then who's spreading the butter? Time Lord. What is this? More heroes? Chat, is running this specific hero monster in the extra deck a hot take? Heroes players, awaken! Is this a hot take? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I understand the joke. Don't be spreading misinformation. There's no more heroes players? Oh, come on. There's at least 2. What the Ava Max is a contrast hero? You're a hero player. See chat. See chat. I told you the heroes players were still here. It was from like a structure deck. Okay, how does this work? Once per turn during either player's turn. Does that mean that this is a quick effect, or how does this work? How is one's platoon during either player's turn ruled? When do you, as the non-turn player, have the opportunity to activate Contrast Hero Chaos? It was in the manga. How do you even rule this? And he lost the E-Hero core? Well, of course he lost Elemental Hero. How do you even decide the game state in which you can activate this bullshit? I'm clearly staring too long at this card. Okay, chat, they want 2 DPE. Is that a hot... They want 2 DPE, 2 Dark Law. Is that a hot take or is that wrong? That's the old tech for quick effect. Oh, no. It says once per turn during either player's turn. I see. The old... What? I'm neither of those creatures! I'm a lobster! Alright, let's continue. What is this? Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd. Okay, this one has to be some kind of hot take, right? Solidarity. Battling boxes. Okay, this is looking less hot take and more like they just play Invulnerable. Okay, this one is a hot take. If your opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, the attack of all monsters your opponent currently controls becomes 0. This is a hot take. Where are my cards? Thank you for the plushes, I think, for the high. They're running Warlock Mountain. Where's the Warlock monster? They won 2 Warlock monsters. They won Warlock Mammoth, and they won Warlock Meteoragron. Truly a time to be alive. Hello, Nino. Oh, come on. It's a weird OTK deck. Pause. This one has Battle Failure, Chaos Sorcerer, Arm Dragon, Sniper Dragon, Thunder King Rhyhole. What the Avamax? Some of these players are truly deck builders of all time. Let's move on from that one, chat. Hot takes on me. Hello, welcome on. One of the Avamaxes is... Alright. Chat, this has to be a hot take. I've never seen someone actually run the Sun Avalon. The real Sun Avalon Link 4 is just Bangla Anthem. Whatever this thing, I've never seen this thing before. I think that's a cold take. I'm sorry, that's a cold take. The old Wicca decks always had it. I've only played the 2023 Wicca Sun Avalon. This one looks like pure plant soul. I've never seen the plant link fly. It can only gain 3,000 attack though. Kind of bullshit. I suppose this is about as rogue can get. Pure Sun Avalon, you can't play anymore. I don't know, Eric. I don't know if that's true. I feel like a lot of modern decks use multiple engines and can be equally successful. Oh, really? Snake Eyes. Okay, this one is a little bit of a hot take, chat. They're literally wanting the embodiment of punishment, the embodiment of pain. Chat, they have the Mind Hacker. This one's gotta be a hot take. Yeah, I know. The Cosmic Choice surely is a weird one. Chat, they want crazy blood. This is interesting. This is interesting. It's definitely a hot take. I don't know if it's the world's like strongest hot take, but it is a hot take. I actually feel crime and punishment. I'm just saying. I'm just saying this is a very unusual deck, alright? I'm just saying based purely off of looking at the deck. Very unusual. I don't think anyone can refute or tell me otherwise. It's a very unusual build for a deck. This is a hot take because Crazy Block's purple. I love Crazy Block. Some of these are kind of neat, chat. Some of these are kind of neat. Dark Magician Material Reactor. Ooh. Boo! Dark Magician, boo! I wanna be real, chat. If you're gonna like play Dark Magician or Blue Eyes, just like play Blue Eyes. At least it has like cards that do it. I'm sorry, chat. I don't have a lot of respect for Dark Magician players. And that's a cold take. Playing Dark Magician is cooler than Brick Eyes Privilege Dragon. I don't know. Look, I have beef with both of them equally. Triamid Pulse. Summon them. That's the Forest Ninja. I suppose this has to count as a ninja monster. Chat, it has the word ninja in the name. This is a ninja monster. Hot take? This is my new favorite ninja monster other than Penguin Ninja. Most people have beef with heroes, then Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. Look, we can agree that the first two iterations of Yu-Gi-Oh! Have several different archetypes that people have beef with. I'm your favorite ninja monster? Oh, thank you, Siku. I don't think I count as a ninja monster. And Fairy Tail Prologue 20 Stone is going to feel the way. You can add one light beast monster from your deck. I don't really know what they're trying to do, but chat, they use hollow. Does that mean that they're playing Ween, or is it just hollow? Okay, hot take, maybe cold take, chat. If you're playing only one of the two, like, why would you separate them? Why would you separate them, chat? Hot take, you should play them together because they're friends. Hot take. You should never separate them, even if it makes your deck worse, because they're friends. Because they're friends, chat. Because they're friends. What do you mean that's weird? Play them together because they're friends, chat. It doesn't matter if your deck gets worse. How could you separate them? I suppose Nightmare Throne can just switch anything. I suppose I'm trying to leak. Maybe there was no like real deeper thought to this or anything. It is weird to only play one of them. God, so my hot take is the correct take? Pussies. Pussies, chat! Why must I have such good intuition? Look, it's fine, chat. Wait, they have the letter E. Wrong letter E. Alright, what else is hiding amongst them? I'm gonna be real, chat. I think I only have like one or two more hot takes left in me before we just turn on Duel Line, because we have things. Okay, this is a hot take. This is a hot take, chat. They're wanting one Altergeist monster. They're wanting Manifestation. Oh wait, no. They're wanting two. It's Malwith and never mind. This is less hot take. I thought they were only wanting the two. They have three. This is a little bit less hot take. I think it's still leaning pretty hot take. Excuse me? What are you doing here? Empire Alta guys? I don't know, like, I suppose. But the thing is, like, they only have Biden and they have Fusion Tree. Is this just like cards I own Turbo or something? Like, there's Dragon Rulers in here, chat. There's like 2 Dragon Rulers. And like a Dragoonity monster. Oh, this one sure is a little strange. This one sure does seem a little strange. House Dragon Maid. We're looking at public decks to see what people are cooking. This looks like pretty standard arrow mage. Anubis the last judge. The man with the walk. Lord of Heavenly. This is just trap monster turbo. Is this standard generators? What's going on with this one? Some of these lists might like start to be normal. This is a pretty normal looking list. Maybe we've run out of hot takes, chat. Maybe we've run out of like the obvious hot take. No, this is just regular shorts. Any of that. Oh boy, Vanity's Fiend. Oh, okay, wait. This one is kind of interesting. Colicant with both. Maybe this isn't a hot take, but I don't see. This one's a cute tech card, actually. This is kind of a cute tech. How you get another level 4 on the field, I suppose, would be your next place. Not a hot take, but cute tech card, I suppose. 10,000 red. Vanquish Soul. Chat, is it normal to run 10,000 dragon in Vanquish Soul? Adventure, Vanquish Soul make 10,000 dragon. Someone who plays any other format of Yu-Gi-Oh! Inform me. Is this a hot take? Monsters you control whose attack and defense is 10,000 or more. It needs a reprint to come as an ultra rare in the TCG. Is this a sought after card? Yeah, is this a card that people are looking for? Highly sought out. Who's looking for this card? Who's looking for this card? Everyone is looking for this card? There's no way. I mean, I don't play paper, so I wouldn't know, but you, yourself, and I? Uh-huh. You, yourself, and you. Well, that's an interesting little factoid I did not know about. But yeah, how do you even get this guy out? It's very mean wood. Chat, should we do a stream where we try to summon 10,000 dragons? That sounds like an interesting challenge stream. Like, stream doesn't end until we summon 10,000 dragons. Or do you think it's too difficult? I mean, too simple. Like, is it too difficult or too easy to get to 10,000? It's like playing the Angry Skeds. Angry Red Sky mode. You play one. I mean, I can definitely see it being a one. That makes sense. Let me change this. We ran out of hot takes. For all of our fans at home, when they tune in, they need to know that we ran out of hot takes. Let's go to Duel Live. Now let's go to Duel. We ran out of hot takes, Sal. We ran out of hot takes. Wait, you're already at home? It's... Nope, we ran out of hot takes. Too late. We're watching Duel Live now. That's crazy. Who could have anticipated? Now it's on to the yapping portion of the stream, where I start to be productive. Yeah. Means at some point she's going to stop yapping. Such is the vicious cycle. But where, oh where, is my tablet thing? Where, oh where, is my tablet? If I want to be... Aha! There we are. We have found it. We have found it. Success. And oh my great thing. Thank you for joining us for the hot takes portion of this stream. We are now done with the hot takes portion of this stream. Takes are now allowed to be cold, lukewarm, and or hot. We got out a big 10K video. I suppose that makes sense. Yeah. That does seem helpful. Oh, alright, we have some work to do. We have an art commission that's coming up. We have an art commission that is due, so we gotta get there's all along. We gotta get started. We may very well even finish it today. You have to find your silverware astral utopias. I don't know too much about paper rarities. You don't know where those went. I don't know too much about paper rarities. I only have a handful of paper cards, but I suppose since we have a Pirelli course, I should attempt to look a little bit more. Oh, hello, official. Hi, welcome. How about not paying too much attention on chat? We had a very excitable first part of the stream, as we always do, and now we're winding down. I'm not sure if y'all want to watch the art for today. I suppose we can hop over to the YouTube stream after this. Hi. Come on in. We're hanging out. Earlier on the stream, we were doing some, as the kids say, hot take. Which at first was my reaction to the ban list, and then we started looking at public deck lists and judging what was going on. Now we're doing some art because I have to be careful. I don't have a very strong opinion on the ban, so I don't think it was like bad. Personally, I don't think it was like anything too terrible or confusing. I think it was like fine. Anything else noteworthy about I can't quite say there was anything like revolutionary, you know. It was kind of just the same old when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Masked Duel. None too particularly crazy. We just started up Duel Live, so who knows, chat? Maybe Duel Live can get a little bit more interesting, perhaps. Can't quite say for sure. Let me hop over to the Yugi art screen. Oh, I'm not playing. What's my favorite card? My favorite card is probably either Dragon Nails, Penguin Wave, Tendangle Acute Cerberus, or Stealth Plugin. No, Penguin is also a pretty good one. Where's the Yugi art? Here we go. So we're gonna work on Yugi art. Y'all are gonna continue to watch Duel Live. We're gonna have a great time. You're excited for the new Predator stuff. You've been wanting to focus on the Starving Venom portion for so long, but they made it difficult to solve. It do be like that. It do be like that. Try to do our best on this one, as best as we can tell. Luckily, this is a cool crayon style, so we don't have to go too detailed, but I do want to at least... know who knows. I sometimes do art and I sometimes take art commissions. So I have a little bit of art to work on. We have a silly little thing called obligation. I know. Crazy. Crazy. You want to say Blue Eyes White Dragon is your favorite? Okay. A lot of detail that we're gonna need to somehow figure out how to add on. Is they have a little back thing with some accents, But it's the more chill portion of the stream. We're gonna hang out, we're gonna talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna be doing same old, with a little bit of difference. I know, chat, that I joke a lot about like Blue Eyes monsters, and I joke about Dark Magician monsters. Chat, you are all allowed to like whatever monsters y'all like. There's nothing wrong with the monsters. Now, if you like Eldritch, we may have a. I'm just kidding. I know. Or am. I am just like at the end of the day, it is a children's. You're allowed to like what you like. It's not like cards are inherently evil and evil. Economy tech, hello Foopies. You redeemed that twice. I will refund one. How are you, Foopies? Welcome. How do I wish not really cool. Anyway. Manage reward. Let us go to the economy tab. How is it? I will refund you for one of those economies. Oh, we can do an economy check. Do I play a deck with license? I do not. I play a lot of different decks. I'm probably best known for playing Duel. But you'll see me on a handful of other decks. I play anything from Ghost Trick to Abyss Actors, Maya Classy, Vendred. I know how to play a little bit of Belmont, so I know how to play Silveri. Wondering how I want to render the game. Oh, I play a lot of different decks. Two ships, Talking Keys, Marine Sex, Quick Stores, Crab Twit. Delmonica, Super Quanons. The list goes on. Play a lot of games. After this duel, I suppose we can move on. Let me go ahead. Save progress on this really quick. And then let me prep for the economy check. For those of you who are new, I sold over 1,000 copies of a card called Dragon. So occasionally check the current marketplace's Dragon Nails to see how the economy is doing. Alright, here we go.
Sandwiched on a dragon scale, and that's what started Dragon Nails. Around the room the rulers flew, but Sansali knew what to do. She climbed on the backs of her dragon friends, now the adventures never end. Dragon nails, it's almost time for Dragon Nails. God, why did you buy them out? Let's all get some Dragon Nails.
Alright, chat, let's check the current marketplace for Dragon Nails. Whoa, wait, why are we dipping? Why are we dipping? Chat, the current marketplace of Dragon Nails is at 24 cents. Chat, what happened? What happened in the past month? What happened in the past, like, 3 days? From December 26th to the 27th, chat, we dropped by 6 whole cents. The economy is so down. Holy. Chat, we have to pray that the economy recovers from this. You know, I always say, what must go down must come back up. You know, chat. In order for the economy to hit all-time highs, we need to hit a couple of lows. Surely the economy can recover at the start of the new year, chat. Surely. But how? How did the marketplace of Dragon Nails drop by such high margin, chat, in such a little amount of time? The economy. Chat, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the state of the economy. Alright, well, that was the economy check. Let's get back to Duel. Oh, there's a light twin. Yeah, do we miss for Light Twins to get support and become tier 1? Well, Light Twins does have a little support, that is cool. I don't know if they'll hit tier 1 again. I mean, Sports Light Twin was viable, like, maybe 5 DC cups ago. That's pretty darn good. I mean, there is more. I mean, nothing. What link is this? Diamond Gaming. You want to have yourself a Light Twins deck? It's easier than ever, actually, now that there's a solo mode. Also, isn't Light Twins also one of those tactical tri decks they were supposed to make on like a TCG or something, like on paper? This one sounded like a very short duel. Masses gaming that explains a lot. You have a Light Twins deck in Mass. Not at all. I mean, a lot of people don't have, like, paper decks. I think that's pretty common. Yeah. Probably. Also, you know, sometimes that it is a little bit. Sometimes it is a little stressful. On occasion, it is. Well, I remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! Link Evolution game. So I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty much when Mass. So there's a lot of like older Yu-Gi-Oh! media and a lot of other Yu-Gi-Oh! stuff. I'm not super familiar. So if you mention something and I don't know it, it's not like you're explained to it. I obviously just know it. Sun. The sun detail doesn't. The only games of Yu-Gi-Oh! You've ever played was Basketball, Duel, and I've only played Yu-Gi-Oh! And how do I want to handle this? I think kind of a... It seems like a kind of important part to the character, though. That's like the other thing. Maybe we can do one week and one week. It might be a little bit easier to do. Also, probably change the color. Interesting music. What is this? This isn't the ghost report, it's the grave report. The ghost report has actually really good music. And what I can do is I can actually copy this, which would be a little bit. Copy this. I feel like that's going to distract from the whole design. But again, we'll just make it in a separate layer, and if they want it, we can have it. If not, we'll leave it. I'm going to turn it off temporarily so we can pay more attention to the actor. this look? So we just have to remember that we're gonna be adding those. Go ahead and save up. Let's take these two layers. So I'll double check the request if there was a specific color. Maybe blue, like the lines of the paper. So we want this light blue color. I'll show y'all the light blue in just a moment. For those coming in for hot takes, we ran out of hot. Okay, and let us begin doing let's this classical music. Is there a chord I don't like? I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it's not like an inherently like evil chord. I just found it a little bit annoying because a bunch of people were playing this when I first started. So it's nothing particularly like deep or anything. We will update Duel Live in just a moment. For the most part, I don't think there's a lot of cards in the game that upset me really much. Sometimes I think there's like stuff that is not very well intuitively explained for like rulings, but I suppose you won't know a ruling until someone explains it to you, right? light blue is... What is the... The accent color I will make purple. Close to... We can probably go... Oh. Maybe we'll do like an actual yellow since we have to do a little bit of yellow. Let me update the Duel life. I'm not playing Master Duel, we're watching replay. I'm not bad at the game, but right now I'm just doing one. This is just an automatic thing that plays. Do something else in the back. Suppose this could stand for a little bit. There is a voice. There's also a human. I think I am gaming. Am I a human? I'm a TCG lobster lady. Who's currently doing what? I don't particularly need or want anyone to do anything. I'm just hanging out. And if people want to hang out with me, that's fine. If not, I would still be doing the same thing. Yeah, welcome to hang out in chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to be out here doing some art for a little bit. Because we have some product activity. Pretty much otherwise, it's business as usual. We're gonna fight, dueling, and hopefully everyone has a good time. Oh, we can. LDS fam, how are you? Welcome, ladies. The name's Anton Stallion. Stan Silly, for sure. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, the One Piece TCG. Sometimes I duel. Lately I've been getting into a card game called Alestos. And right now I'm doing some art as we watch Duel live. Hi everyone. Chat, how are y'all doing today? Let me get the next Duel live living on. We had a stream where we discussed a couple hot takes. Then we reviewed in Master Duel public deck lists that apparently fielded from online. And we got to see some very strange deck lists. We saw a Sky Striker list with no Rose or Ray in the deck list. Not a single monster in the main deck. I hope you had a good stream, fam. If you need to head out or something, you know, y'all don't need to stick around. But if y'all want to hang out, you're welcome to. Again, we're working on art as opposed to. Hoping to have a grand old time. We are doing some art commissions in the back. So if y'all wondering what this is, that's just doing some art. Having a good chill time with Lane, we're doing remote duels with TCG advanced format and time wizard can use. I'm doing not too. Sounds like y'all had a good time. I'm just chilling. We're relaxing today, nothing too crazy. I'm hoping to finish up this skip style mission. Get it to me. And we just been watching a bunch of them. So that's mainly what we've been up to. We had a lot of hot takes earlier. We ran out of hot takes. You had American barbecue and you had a moist brisket. Your veins were pumping with a good brisket is very delicious. I agree. Shout out to brisket. We did come across a really funny Yu-Gi-Oh card, actually. There was a sushi deck running a card called Oil. And now the reason why that stands out to me is just because, like, America really likes oil. That was the only real connection. We didn't particularly have to comment on the card otherwise. I just thought it would be interesting. Because it was such a simple card name. This one is turning out really cute. I'm really happy with this one. We just need one more flame, and the tone is honestly turning out. We're very cool. Oh my god. We'll save our pups. I'm glad you enjoyed your place. Very wonderful. Really happy for you on that one. I'm kind of focusing on this one piece of art to finish, so apologies if I'm not as talkative. Sometimes I do as the people locking just a few. We will update the Duel Live in just a moment. We are quite focused. Speaking of food, tacos or nachos? Okay, that's a hard choice. I do really like nacho cheese. I think I have to lean tacos because there's a little bit more variety in tacos. But a good nacho, a good set of nachos, a good set. So I will say, probably for the sake of my biology, I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll eat cheese regardless, because cheese is delicious. I really probably should not be having an entire plate of nachos. I do, however, really like chili cheese fries. It's probably one of my all-time favorite dishes. I'm more of a chili cheese fries. I'm more of a meat and potatoes type of gal. Oh no, I want a good tortilla chip, but I don't know. I suppose they have a tendency. A little bit of a tendency towards bias towards potatoes, especially fried. Mexican food over all other food? I don't know. I am particularly biased. I like my good Viet food. All I'm saying is that my people make darn good food. So call me biased if you want. But Viet food is darn good food. I'm a big fan of food, though. Big fan of food. Huge fan of food. Temporarily hide the background and actually oh. Yeah, there we go. It sure is going. It sure is spinning. How Buishin, how onion. How about England food? I've never really had a lot of English food, so I don't know if I can give either of you one. They have, you like beans and toast. Baked beans and toast. You know you're not a huge fan of beans. I don't know if I have like strong on any of these. I'm not the biggest fan of beans. I prefer my chili without beans. Checking messages. We made pretty good progress on the spinning. I'm going to add the little back thing as a potential action. Okay, like... Yeah, I like just meat in my chili. Call me a little strange. I don't eat chili too often. I like just meat in mine. You don't get why they don't make a rice bowl here? You know what? I have a feeling that Macedor players just hate a rice one. Like, they had to learn how to play without it or something, and then they just never brought it back! I don't know what else to tell you. Castilla players in Macedor, like Pure Cash, are some of the most confusing players ever, unless they're specifically Pumi. Pumi is like one of the only valid Castilla players of all time. Castilla is the embodiment of... I didn't realize the hot takes were back. In England, they have a tendency to have very bland flavors with no spice. I mean, well, look, chat, when you have to ration, you're eating literally nothing. It's not entirely your fault. Maybe we can give them an excuse, chat. Maybe we can excuse them, perhaps. If we feel like we can, you know, out of the kindness of our hearts, give them just a little bit of room. Nah, let's judge them. Let's judge them, chat. Judge the British. Poorly. You're probably wondering, man, what are we doing? We are drawing some accents. We are drawing some Bust the faucet. Bust the faucet, alright? Bust. Also, like, we also have to, go to Italy here. We need to... We need to stop filling in some of these gaps. Soul Dwayne? True chat, Soul Dwayne. Do you get a pass on playing Castilla? Have I had a chili cheeseburger? I have. Do I like to roll 5? What does that mean? Do I like to wobble? Beans, beef, veggies, also rice. That's the ideal chili. There's lots of different types of chilies. I have had a chili cheese burger before. My favorite type of chili comes from a chain restaurant called Wiener Schnitzel. You hate cash more than any other archetype in 23 years of playing the game. Only 2 people do. Interesting. You'll only use it to climb. Morganite mode. Do I get 3 million gems? I do not get them. Do you like these snake ice card I got on the screen? Oh, Flamberge! I think Flamberge is a very cool. Big fan of dragons. Big fan of Flamberge. What happened to the red? Oh, the red is on this layer. We just hit it temporarily. We're gonna grab the yellow. And head back here. And we are going to draw this. Now I'm terrible at drawing circles. This may very well be one of the best circles I've ever drawn. And even then, it is not that great. Oh, you know what we need to do, chat, before it leaves in the shop? Oh, is it already gone? Oh, okay, no, we have 8 days left for the Draco Tail pack. Chat, wake up. It's time to gamble. Chat, wake up. Chat, it is time to gamble. We have a guaranteed UR. Chat, wake up. 2 minutes on the gamble. How much are we getting? Are we getting 1 UR, 2 UR, 3 URs, or 4 plus URs? We can pull for the little Draco Tail bundle. We love gamble, chat. It's time to gamble. Wake up, chat. Time to gamble. If you have channel points on Twitch TV, now is the time to be using them. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to copy and we are going to paste. We're going to duplicate this layer. We're going to be a little bit lazy by moving this over. Adjusting this like so. So chat, Gamba's nearly over. Who's gambaing? Hello, just the Alright, chat, the stakes have been set. Who is getting scammed? I would like some URs that we can dust. Alright, we have at least 2 URs, but the duel's never over. We could go UR at any moment. We could go UR at any moment. Pause. It's time for the upgrade. Doubter's in shambles. Doubter's in shambles. It is only up from here. I think we can get rid of it. I think that's some prime UR dust. Prime UR dust too. Big time. Out of pack UR, I suppose that's right. Oh, we don't have that one. We need that one, chat? Ooh, what if we need that one? That's at least 2 URs, chat. And we still have half of our packs, including the one guaranteed. Like we said, chat, the door's never open. Oh, see, chat, we're going to be on 4+ URs. Big believer day, chat. Big believer day. Big day for believers. Big energy, big time. No more hot takes, chat. Only, as the kids say, big W. Potential upgrade, chat. Potential upgrade. Potential upgrade. Alright, an SR, I suppose not terrible. And this pack is all guaranteed UR. Is Utopia going to scam us? You said big W? Let's go. What? 2 URs? Let's go. Easy. As the kids say, easy. It's just that simple. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 URs, chat, in the big year of 2025. Thank you, believers. That is 1,000 channel points being returned and distributed. UR Strong's all-time high. What even are these guys? Which ones can I dust? Which ones can we dust? Y'all tell me. You only caught 2, it's alright. Wait, which ones are expendable, chat? Which ones are expendable? Alright. The last 3 URs are expendable. Are the first 2 good then? Is that what y'all are trying to tell me? You'll be back. We are going to be back to Duel Line. Thank you for the... You're probably wondering, Sam, what are you doing? I'm filling in the white space. Because this is going to be on a transparent background. Oh, that's how this looks. And we can turn on it. And let them decide which ones they prefer. I think I prefer it without, but to each their own. Check to see how this is. He's exported pretty darn well. Oh, Twitch chat, you're an ad. Goodness me. Oh, who's that? Oh, we need to add one more detail. It's a good thing that we read. Okay, we're not very good at reading, but it's a good thing we have the ability to occasionally read. I hope that is pretty darn close to what was intended. We could make these a little bit more clear as stars. Mm-hmm. I am adding stars. Well, the stars are already there, but I'm making them more prominent stars. That's kind of cool. Let's go on yet another day. Hmm. I think it looks cuter without this, without these like. Why do these stars included? What do I do now? I'm gonna say this is give them a couple different options. Whichever one they pick. That's how. Oh. Okay, almost done. One more thing, and then we will be able to submit this. We're locked in. Almost done. Yeah, what if unaffected can go for free? Ooh. Thank you for deeming us fun. Let's get that ready. Hope you're doing well, though. We're probably wrapping up. So if I didn't say hi, you oh yeah, by the way, Onion. Hello, hello. I know I've been responding. Sometimes I'm poor with saying hello while I'm working on stuff. Almost done with this one. I did like to see this. You maybe could have done a little bit more details. You could have maybe added the other. I think overall we did a pretty darn good job. Head to the Yu-Gi-Oh screen. Let me get myself small again. I think after this Duel Live, we're going to wrap up for the evening. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I appreciate everyone for the ladies this week. I'm gonna probably skip that. Let's see who's It's Kuri's last day until birthday Kuri o'clock. So we're probably gonna go there. So I'm going to send that raid message and get the raid ready. I'm sure this will wrap up soon. That's how it goes. Yeah, thank y'all for joining us this week. Some big pools, some nice looks. With that, YouTube, thank y'all for hanging out. Twitch, do send Kuri on my YouTube. I will see y'all when I see you. I'm unsure if we're gonna get another stream in before the end of the new year. But y'all might see me on the Penthouse channel doing Electro stuff. Probably not actually, I think it's just gonna be but check out the Penthouse channel this Wednesday on New Year's Eve. Quite a few hours before the Eve, where MG's gonna be doing an every best week, covering some Electro stuff. Oh, my Electros is also doing their end of year sale. Hashtag not sponsored this time. So do send Kuri all my love. Thank y'all for hanging out. Again, I hope you'll have a nice rest of your day, evening, whatever you are. I'll see y'all when I see you. Whether it's before the new year or after the new year. So if I don't see you, Happy New Year, everyone. So do take care of yourselves. Send Kuri all my love. Twitch chat. Copy the raid message if you'd like. And both Twitch and YouTube. Remember that you're all in my thoughts. $1. And Twitch chat. You go away. Thank you for coming out, folks. End stream.